welcome to the Lexington, Kentucky Real Estate Show. I'm your host and local Lexington realtor, Morgan Franklin. With me, as always, Mr. Rex Hall, Lexington's best realtor. Today on the show, we are going to talk about how to improve the energy efficiency of your home, because if you're like me and a lot of people in Central Kentucky with this cold snap, I got a $478 electric bill. It was fun. How about was yours?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I win. Not that high. How much was it?
Oh, man, probably 220s.
Yeah. Sigh. So I live out in the country in a big spread out ranch, and yeah, it just leaks everywhere. So anyway, Rex, what are some things we can do to make sure that our house is more energy efficient?
Make sure your windows are closed and locked.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times, like, you look at a window and like that top sash, if you don't have it locked, that top sash will fall down just a little bit and it's just leaking air in.
Yep.
And that's gonna really, really hurt you. What else?
Also, make sure your house is airtight or as airtight as possible. So
how do we do that, Rex?
Maybe some weather stripping.
Ooh, weather stripping.
Spray foam.
Caulk.
Caulk.
Especially, you know, like if we look inside New Circle, like 02, 03, 04, you know, where you're going to have older wood windows, making sure that they're well caulked around the exterior, so you're not actually leaking, not the window itself, but where the window meets the house. Making sure you've got that sealed so you don't have air leaking in. If you're on a crawl space and you can get to your sill plate, you know, getting in there and caulking that. Another thing, close the vents to your crawl space in the winter and then open them up in the spring. What that's going to do is it's going to prevent cold air from getting underneath the house. It's going to help you keep the house insulated. Also in those zip codes we've talked about, you know, a lot of houses built in 50s, 60s, and 70s, they didn't insulate the crawl space when they were building those houses. So, you know, an R18 insulation is very inexpensive. It's super easy to do. You just get it, unroll it, put it up there, and then get the little metal stays and pop it up, and that will have a pretty profound effect. I have a great room. There was an addition on my house that was done in the 80s, and they apparently didn't believe in insulation back then. Yeah. And so we insulated that great room, and I still had a huge electric bill because of this ridiculous subarctic temperature. We moved to Alaska apparently, but it has made that room, you know, you used to walk into that room and it was, you know, 15-degree temperature difference. And that insulation down below really helped. What else can we do, Rex?
You can change your filter in the HVAC system.
Yeah,
that helps. For energy efficiency.
Yeah, it's hilarious how infrequently most people don't change their air filters.
Change mine all the time.
Yeah, because you're responsible. Mine's in my crawl space and there's centipedes down there, and I don't like creepy crawlies. They scare me. I don't dig it. So making sure that your air filter is changed, it allows your HVAC system to breathe more efficiently, and the better you can move air, because basically all your heating and cooling system is a heat pump that just changes the temperature of the air before it moves it around. So the easier it can breathe and the easier it can move air, the more efficient it's going to be. Another thing is, have an HVAC professional come look at your duct system. So even if you have the appropriate sized HVAC air handler, an outdoor unit, making sure that you're getting air where it needs to go and making sure that the ductwork is appropriately sized. This is something I'm actually going through at my house right now.
Nice.
That great room debacle did not have enough supply lines, and so I'm having some larger supply vents put in. It's really going to improve the temperature control in that room. You can also do an air scoop it kind of looks like a big C.
Sounds fancy.
Well, like a half pipe. Yeah, it is fancy.
Yeah.
And so where your plenum comes out and where the main distribution box is coming off, you know, an HVAC professional can go in there. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think that's located next to the flux capacitor.
Right next to the pepto-bismolizer. So next to the pepto-bismolizer, next to the flux capacitor, you want to put that air duct or that air vent in. It kind of looks like a half pipe, and it's a little scoop, and it directs more airflow to one portion of the HVAC supply side. So you can direct air to places that are further away from the unit. There's also really fancy damper systems. So if you have a particular part of the house that's cold, you can put in an electronic damper system, and what it does is it's just got a kind of like a train track where you switch between tracks. You wire it up and set that thermostat in another part of the house, and it will take that damper and direct air where it needs to go. It's kind of like the fancy version of the scoop. And so that is something neither Rex or myself is even remotely qualified to talk about. I just know that it exists and I know that it works. And if you guys want a recommendation for a great HVAC professional, comment down below. We'll put you in touch with some great guys we work with here in Central Kentucky. They'll be able to help you out with your HVAC. What else?
LED lighting.
Yeah.
That's a good upgrade.
LED lights instead of incandescent bulbs are going to save you a lot of electricity. Back on the HVAC thing, just turn your thermostat down. Put on some clothes. There's nothing wrong with sweatpants and a nice hoodie while you're, you get to get all snuggly. I mean, Rex is a great snuggler.
Snuggle.
Find somebody to snuggle up with. Turn your thermostat down a little bit. Same thing in the summer, but I like it cold. That thermostat stays on 68 at my house. If the windows aren't fogged up in the middle of the summer, you're doing it wrong.
You're just not living.
You're not living. But, adjust your thermostat. It's going to be the biggest hog in your entire house of electricity. I guess you could do a hybrid electric water heater or a tankless water heater. They're real expensive, and personally, I hate them. But that's another topic for another video. But a tankless water heater is going to save you a bunch of money on your monthly bill. I mean, you could go geothermal.
Yeah.
If you really don't like your pocketbook. Geothermal, you get a great incentive from the federal government to install geothermal, but they're unbelievably expensive. We are sitting in the model home for Maynard Builders, and a geothermal system in this house would be about $27,000, $28,000, whereas a normal system, the hardware is going to run you $6,000 or $7,000.
Significant.
It's significant, but I do have a client that bought a new construction house recently, put in a geothermal on 3,400 square feet, and the utility bill was like $70.
Wow.
So I mean, it's a savings. It's something to look into. I'm running out of ideas, and I didn't make any show notes, Rex.
Yeah, you got me. I think we're done.
Okay. So if you have thought of something else that we didn't think about, put that down in the comments below. We would love to hear about what we missed or what we told you wrong in this video, because again, we are not HVAC professionals. We just sell these things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have questions about real estate in Central Kentucky, if you want to see a house, buy a house, sell a house, talk about a house, talk about siding, whatever it is, our contact information is going to be in the description below. You can always comment, give us a ring. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.